Hey guys, this is Kirk Moose. I'm joined with Toby Downs, and we are here for another episode of Reclaim Your Life. We are very excited to talk to you today about comparison. You know, one of the big dangers of comparing things, especially in the exercise world, is you can almost psych yourself out. And Toby, I really am interested to hear today about your experience with comparison and how that can be the thief that can steal all of your joy out of your exercise and the benefits that you're gaining from it.
Yeah, comparison is very dangerous in the exercise world. It's dangerous in life. And when we have a world of social media where you're seeing, highlight reels and snapshots of people's life, we can get eat up with that. But in the exercise world, I've experienced this personally, but I've also seen this from being a coach in a way. I'm not a certified coach. We're a couple guys who have opinions and experiences, but I have led classes and have seen, this as a topic of discussion as well. So first of all, on the personal side, it's very frustrating sometimes to be doing your absolute best and be passed up by inevitably somebody pushing a stroller or somebody who maybe doesn't look on the outside as fit as you are. And it happens every single time. So what I have to do is remind myself, A, this is me against me. B, we're all out here doing something and it's awesome. I'm happy for those people, whatever age, whatever stage. And I guess C, or the third thing that I would have to just remember is I'm further along now than I was before.
Come on, that's good.
So that may be their chapter 20 or their chapter 25. And I'm on my chapter 10, but I'm not on my chapter 1 or 2 anymore. So I've seen that personally. And then in teaching the classes, I'm about to kick off another Run for God class, and it is for all fitness levels. And inevitably, people have, and I can see it in their facial expressions, especially in the first couple of weeks, or somebody joins us 2 or 3 weeks in. Um, Shame, condemnation. Oh, I have to walk. I can't run. And it is a walking, running program. Um, but we're very welcoming and we tell people to come as they are and to see that fall off of them over the course of 12 weeks and to see the progress they're making. And they understand it's them against them. It changes the
That's
whole
right.
countenance over the course of just a few weeks, and it's awesome. So, Kirk, if you experience this, is this something that you've personally struggled with or know people that have?
I think everybody at some point is concerned with comparing themselves with somebody else. And you and I've talked several times on the different episodes about how my preference has always been weightlifting. And if you think about it, in the gym, comparison is king most of the time.
Yeah.
Most people almost injure or will injure themselves at some point in the gym because of improper form or trying to lift too heavy too soon, simply because they're trying to impress somebody or because they're trying to keep up with someone else, like you said, that's already on their chapter 20, and the person that's trying to do the comparison is on their chapter 2 or 3.
Right.
We cannot put ourselves in the category with everybody else, because if we do, we risk hurting our own self, and also we're going to put ourselves in a new plateau, or the injury is going to set us back, decades from where we could be.
Yeah. And I have seen in certain fitness communities that that's a bigger deal. You mentioned weightlifting gyms. There's whole franchises around, um, not shaming or not lunk alerting or whatever. And I think it can go too far in that direction, having been in both kinds of gyms, most recently ones where they're dropping, sweating, screaming, and cursing. Um, that's the other far extreme. But I will tell you in that setting, uh, I've been getting some instruction on how to do specific exercises, and there are some where I'm lifting 10 or 20-pound dumbbells to target very specific muscle groups. Do you think that's not humbling when you got a guy next to you lifting 400 or 500 pounds doing a different exercise? It can be.
It is.
But other communities, like the running community, which I'm a big fan of, I've seen very little of that. It's very open. It's very welcoming. They love to see anybody out there doing their best. But I think the practical advice that you shared about not hurting yourself to impress others or to feel like you need to keep up with others is so key. So why don't you talk a little bit more about that, and then we'll wrap it up. I love this conversation. We could make a 30-minute video out of it, but let's go ahead and figure out how to land this plane.
Well, I think one of the things we all need to remember is if we have a group of, well, a community group like we've talked about before, then in that community, we can keep each other accountable. One of the things we can do is say, hey, do you think I am overdoing it? Is there an area that I need to trim back on, or that I need to step it up? At the same time, we can ask ourselves, is my body giving me signals that I need to be careful? Is
Yeah.
it showing me, am I having pain somewhere that I need to be aware of? And maybe that's my body saying, hey, you're overdoing it. There are certain normal pains in exercise, but there's also other pains, normally like back pain,
Yeah.
chest pains, different things like that, they're telltale signs that something's not right and you need to be careful. For me, one time I had a shoulder injury that I brought onto myself because of overtraining. And that
Mm-hmm.
overtraining really led to a shoulder injury that made me kind of get really behind the game for about 6 months. So the real key here is you need to listen to your body. You also need to keep in touch with some people that really know what they're talking about or
Yeah.
really care about your well-being, so that they can kind of keep you accountable in your performance and in the overall exercise that you're doing.
That's wonderful. I always tell my students in the running class that you are lapping everyone on the couch, and they're
That's it.
doing fantastic. So great discussion today. Please like our channel, subscribe, click the notification bell. You'll get emails, text messages, updates whenever we publish a new video. Thanks for the conversation today, Kirk.
I enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you all next time.